I saw this video pop up in my recommendations about Pippa and Boomer's advice in education. I just want to hear her take. Let's go.
People never like give you advice on like what's like a good paying job, right? Old people are never like, you know what's like a good job you can get? You know what's like a really reliable source of income? The sad reality is that when you're younger and you look to adults for guidance, most of the adults in your life are not successful, right? Most people are just getting by. And so a lot of them, their advice fucking sucks. But if you go and look at people who are successful for advice, a lot of the times, like your first bets or your first go-tos are going to be like famously rich people, right? Or like famously successful people. And they don't have good advice either because they're just trying to sell you shit. They're trying to rip you off. They don't want you to be successful. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can you please stop accurately describing my dear old pop-up?
You know, I get where she's coming from. And of course, it's always down to the individual. Some people, they have some actual influential slash successful adults in their lives. But of course, that's not everyone. But that's when you go and you try and look for a mentor, someone in your community that you would consider successful, whether it's the manager of that rental car business or maybe even a teacher, right? A lot of the time, at least when I was younger, when I was growing up, a lot of my teachers, they had so many different stories because I was the type of kid, whenever it was lunch or whatever and everybody's out, I would go and hang out with the teacher. I'd hang out with the adults just to hear what they have to say about life. And like maybe they could teach me something that wasn't just, the curriculum. I was always looking for extra and I would hear some amazing stories. And, you know, of course, I was young, so I didn't really see them as a mentor. But I would say 100%, there are some people around you in your life that you probably don't even realize have a lot of good advice for you if you ask them. That's my take, though.
Thank you, Xenomoose. Teachers are some of the biggest failures. True. Because everybody is thank you. My parents were teachers. Their advice: don't be a teacher. Not the key to success, but certainly closed one path of failure. Tactics name for 10,000 ones. Chicken pizza love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At least arrows don't hurt you. Yeah. Teachers have to teach a generation that is pretty much lacking common sense. Every generation says that. Every generation says it because children don't develop common sense until early adulthood. You know what's like the biggest black pill when you're younger? Realizing that a lot of adults still are stupid. When you're young and you look up to like all these adults and you're like, wow.
That's real. That is 100% real. Yeah. Being an adult doesn't automatically make you right. And being old doesn't automatically make you right either.
They all know what they're doing. And then you get older and you're like, man, these motherfuckers stupid as hell. These motherfuckers are so dumb. I looked up to these people. Seeing adults act like children, yeah. When you're a kid, you're just like, wow, this person's so smart. They have a red car. They have a pool. They've got to be rich if they have a pool. And you're like, no, they wouldn't.
No, facts. We all know that one kid in the neighborhood with a pool. You're like, yeah, man, that's the rich kid.
They have a pool.
That's facts.
Be rich if they
have
That's
a facts.
Pool. And you're like, no, they wouldn't. They put that shit on like 5 different credit cards. They put that shit on
That's
like
crazy.
5 different credit cards. There's no hope,
their
dude.
credit is
They
fucked.
don't know what they're fucking doing. They can't help you. I have a pool and I don't feel special. You find out later that they're never getting out of debt. Yeah. More so if it's an above ground pool. They're in credit card debt.
How many of y'all in credit
I
card
never
debt?
had advice, just constant lectures on what I'm doing wrong. Needless to say, I got very conflicted messaging growing up. Oh, that's another thing that sucks when you're a kid. See, this is like all stuff that I'm thinking about because I want to offer my nephews. Oh, God.
But before Pippa goes off, because I know Pippa's probably going to go off on this one. Of course, we're older, so everything is perception. And when you're young, you don't really know that. So I can't really blame anybody that grew up just listening to their parents. Like that's just a normal thing we do. So try not to beat yourself up over, listen to your parents, even if later on in life you found out they were wrong.
See, this is like all stuff that I'm thinking about because I want to offer my nephews. Oh, God. I want to offer my nephews like good advice. I want to be like an actually helpful adult. I don't want to like I remember the times when I was a kid, the things that confused me and the things that didn't help with me. But then I look at them and I'm like, God, you're so stupid. What am I supposed to say? You are fucking stupid. I'm not very nice, Jet. not very nice.
I
But
see.
being a VTuber,
I
I
see.
spend a lot of time watching other VTubers, and I get really happy seeing like VTubers that I really believe in, right? Where I'm like, oh man, you're really like, I believe in you. You're gonna make it. You might not be making it right now, but I know you're gonna make it. Like, you're gonna figure it out because you're so fucking smart. I so believe in you, right? And then I look at like younger family members, and I'm like, oh no, oh,
You
no.
don't got it.
Oh no, 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 no!
You don't got
know
it,
what
little
to tell
bro.
you. I don't believe in you. I don't believe in you, dude. You are very fucking stupid, and I know you're a child, but like, come on.
I mean, that's really sad, honestly. I try personally like to see the best in everybody, but I get it. Sometimes you think, maybe they're a lost cause, but you never really know what the future holds, especially when it comes to a human's development.
I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. Gonna go
It's
to the
okay.
you
It's
can
just who
lead,
you are.
you can lead a horse to water, but you
But
can't,
you can't make it
them
drink.
go to
Yep.
your relative to
Wait,
treatment.
what?
What?
What the hell?
This vulture that you. Difference is my parents
You
had a
ruined
house,
that
a
quote.
car, and a child when they were my age. Now all I get is people telling me to pull myself up by my bootstraps. Netherlands, thank you. I only ever got my name pronounced wrong
That's
in
pretty
advice that
toxic.
only worked 30 years ago. Yep. Dr. Shenanigans, thank you. I rather hear stories about people's fuck-ups and failures and listen to their advice. Those stories are usually more entertaining and useful. True.
You rather listen to the stories of their fuck ups and their advice. Usually, advice comes from fuck ups. Should probably listen to both of them.
Your mom, thank you. They aren't rich because they keep buying
The
stuff
fuck
like
up
pools
stories
as
are
opposed to smart
important too.
investments like giving money to
100%.
VTubers. True. It's ain't Koi Beto, thank you. Don't live paycheck to paycheck. You'll be fine. Tom, thank you. If schools were to teach how taxes and budgeting work, I think people would be better off than we are now. Chat, I'm sorry, but I do believe in schools a little bit, right? I know people
Schools are
hate like
important.
Common Core and shit, but like I think the reason we have to take bullshit classes on like geometry and stuff is because when we're young, right, we have like more of an ability for our brain to grow. So if you learn a lot of stuff while you're younger, you come out smarter as an adult because you have like better problem solving skills. It says the dropout.
That was an absolute W fucking take from Pippa Pipkin.
I didn't drop out because I hated school or whatever. I hated the people in the school.
Ooh,
I loved learning.
Terrible.
Yeah, it stimulates the brain. Yeah. I'm not
I love to
saying
hear
it's
that.
a perfect
More
method
people
how they're
want
doing
need
it
to
right
learn
now.
to love.
I just think that
learning.
when people are like, oh man, the fact that schools don't teach taxes but do teach us how to do like geometry. When am I ever going to use geometry? It's like, well,
You can
possibly
use
the Common Core is still
geometry.
trash. Melvin Supreme, thank you. 1 month I spent so much on anime women, my bank thought I was getting catfish. They froze my credit card. Thank you for helping me beat their scamming and catfishing allegations, Pipkin Pippa. You're welcome. Brother dude, thank you. Exactly what happened to me and my immediate family. Hadn't seen family in Mexico for years. Mom always told us stories about how charitable they were growing up. Finally met them. I want to go back. Ron, thank you. All this old people talk reminded me of a business idea to build a casino next to a retirement village. Really drain the money out of them. Go for it, dude. Person with a Japanese name, thank you. Hoarded liquor is trade currency in an economic breakdown. I believe that. Boomerang, thank you. Squatters will take your land. Don't buy land if you won't use it. And computer, thank you. Only thing that'll retain value after cash are beans.
Nah, that's some good advice. Don't buy land if you're not gonna use it.
Don't buy land if you won't use it. And computer, thank you.
Use it for
Only
something.
thing that'll retain value after cash are beans, bullets, and your skill set. Invest in yourself, not bullshit. Okay, there's a lot to catch up with. Killian Hunter, thank you. If schools
Invest in yourself is some really good advice. 100% invest in yourself. Pick up a book, learn something online through YouTube. 100%. Self-development is the key for you to unlock everything you ever wanted in your life, and you just don't know it because you don't develop yourself.
to teach things like taxes and budgeting, around 80% of students still wouldn't listen. True. The Pakistani, thank you. How could you grade art though? You're not grading art as it is art, right? You're grading art as in the student's ability to follow through with the assignment, right? So if you're teaching like oil painting and they're like, well, I don't want to oil paint, then there you go. It's not thank you. That's the thing. Aunt, uncle, or parent, even if the kid
I understand that perspective. That definitely isn't where I was gonna go with it, but I'll take it.
eats paint, tell them good job for a confidence boost. For clips like you, I sometimes forget how deceptively smart you are. Unfortunately, I'm not smart, but thank you. Kuchiha, thank you. My great-grandfather once told me don't
Bro,
sleep
that's like the most backhanded
the
compliment.
watermelons. Honestly, pretty good advice. Well, thank you, public school custodian. The kids need all the help they can get. Yeah, I'm just opinionated.
I was nice with the
I'm not
I
smart,
was nice to the custodians and the lunch
but I'm
ladies.
opinionated. I have a lot of passion about things, mostly irrelevant things.
My fellow brothers, in the face of our common dangers, in this winter of our hardship, remember these timeless
It's an interesting video.
words, as we can.
This is an entertaining video, and I'm glad to hear the takes that Pippa shared. Even if she questions her intelligence, her heart, I feel, is in the right place. 100% education is important. And the comments she made about, the older generation, there's definitely some facts in there. But I already gave the advice for that one. Just try and find somebody in your community that you think is successful, and then learn from them. That's it. That's just life in general. A lot of it is community. A lot of it is helping each other out to make each other better. And if you're not helping each other out, well, then of course it's going to be harder for you in life. 100%. But that's all I have today. This was an awesome video. Thank you for clipping this white tail, and I'll see you guys on the next one.